The first time my finger split open back in 2004, I thought it was a weird skin condition or maybe a fungus or stress. And for 20 years, I battled it with countless drugs and treatments, but nothing worked. When I went carnivore 2 years ago, my fingers healed completely. It was a miracle. I finally understood it was my addiction to sugar and carbs literally bursting through my skin, screaming at me to listen. And when I fell off the wagon and went into the carb ditch, my fingers stayed healed for 18 months. But now, here we are again. Gaining back 50 pounds wasn't enough, or even the humiliation of being on the cover of Women's World magazine, promising carnivore was the easy solution to losing 100 pounds. No, it's this. Hard evidence I can't hide, explain away, or pretend it's not happening. It's my body calling me a liar. This is my rock bottom. Hi, I'm Cheryl Klein, and this is my 100-pound roller coaster weight loss journey, where I'm going to tell the truth about addiction, the lies we tell ourselves, and what it really takes to start over when your own skin won't let you hide anymore. For those who didn't see my first video, here's the short version. When my weight reached its highest point over the past 6 years, my fingers started to split open. Literally red, throbbing patches, hard, cracked skin, bleeding cuts so deep I couldn't hold a pen, wash my hair, open the mail, do the dishes. And it wasn't psoriasis, I had that too, mostly on my elbows, and for the record, that's bad too. But something amazing happened, like I said, back in 2023 when I went full carnivore. Clean eating, no cheats. And after about 3 months, every single finger was completely healed. No more cracks, no pain. I could wash my hair again. And even when I started slipping carbs back in and the weight started creeping up, my fingers were okay. Because I think my body gave me a grace period. Until a few weeks ago. That old tightness was back. Then the throbbing, the red spots, then the beetle-like shell patches. Moisturizer doesn't help, nothing helps, not even drugs. It was like I was seeing a ghost. A ghost is something I thought I'd buried back in the past, and it was back with a vengeance. It was sending me a message I couldn't ignore. And in my first video, I cover all the global treatments I tried in Europe and the United States before I tried carnivore, and none of them worked. So check that one out here if you're curious. And here's the question I had to ask myself, and you're probably asking it too. Why wasn't gaining back 50 pounds enough to wake me up? Because, well, my body makes that easy to hide because I gain evenly. I call it like smoothing frosting over a cake. I don't have any big areas that blow up like my stomach or my thighs, and my clothes still fit until they don't. And I had the fat clothes still packed away, so you can do the right lighting and the right angles and live in Lai land, where you avoid the scale, avoid the mirror, and avoid the truth. Here's the scary part. I am good at riding this weight loss roller coaster. Too good, too comfortable. But my fingers, this pain, this visibility, I'm going to have to start putting bandages on. That is cutting through the denial. A line in the sand I thought I drew it deep, but here I am. Because you know what? It's addiction. It's not about the fact that I like birthday cake. It's about dependence. It's about a brain hijacked by sugar and refined carbs, lighting up the same neural pathways as cocaine. And that's not hyperbole, that's neuroscience. When I say I'm a sugar and carb addict, I don't mean I just like birthday cake. I mean I've built patterns that override my rational mind. Here's what addiction looks like in me. I use even when I know the consequences. I crave 24/7 even when I'm not hungry. I rationalize one treat won't hurt, or I'm going to start Monday. I get withdrawal symptoms, which we politely call the keto flu, but let's be real, it's sugar and carb withdrawal. In the addiction, it whispers things that sound logical, soft, sinister things. Everyone eats cake. You've been so good. You deserve this. You're not an addict. But the consequences were piling up, and when my fingers cracked open again, my body pulled the emergency brake and lit my mind up with the truth. Now, I want you to hear me clearly, and I'm saying this to myself for my own ears as much as I'm saying it for you. This isn't a moral failing. Being caught in this cycle doesn't make us lazy or broken. It's not about willpower. We're human. Our brains and bodies are doing exactly what they're wired to do, responding to hyper-palatable foods that are engineered to keep us hooked. So if you're watching this and thinking that's me, don't shame yourself. We don't shame people for getting caught in barbed wire. We help them untangle it, gently, carefully, one strand at a time. And that's what I'm trying to do here. And maybe it's what this channel can do to help you too. In recovery, they talk about rock bottom, when the pain finally outweighs the comfort of the addiction. For some people, it's financial collapse. For others, it's losing someone they love. For me, it's my fingers. The physical, visible damage I can't cover up with clever lighting or my fat clothes. Nothing can hide it, and I'm going to be back in bandages, like I said. And I have no excuses. It's bursting out of my skin, demanding I pay attention. So I have a friend, and when she gained 15 pounds, she beat herself up, got back on track, and lost it. And I heard that and thought, if only I could have stopped at 15 instead of 50. But that's not the addict I am. So I'm here to be accountable with you and with myself. I am at my rock bottom. And like I shared in my last video, 2024 found both me and my husband rolling around in the carb ditch after we'd lost 70 pounds, gained back 50. So January 1st, we started over like we all tend to do, cold turkey carnivore, no keto bridge for us, just all in. We went rebounding every day, didn't miss a day, no cravings. Momentum was building, and by mid-March, I'd lost 19 pounds. And then guess what? That little voice, "You're not an addict, look. Cue the cheesecake." Then the microwave popcorn. Then the chicken tenders from Popeyes. Now my fingers have cracked open. So here we are, and every week I'm going to update you, real truth, on where I'm at. So as of this morning, I weighed 151.6. First time on the scale in a long time. Not as bad as it could have been, but geez, still. I measured my waist, it's 30 inches, and that's important because when the scale doesn't go down, sometimes the measuring tape will move a little bit, and that helps. I don't know what my final weight is, somewhere between 110 and 115, and that's based on when I reached 118 in 2023, but I still had lipedema swelling in my arms and legs. Food-wise, I'm not clean. We're eating burger patties. We do repetitive eating, and that's great, but we're topping them with ketchup and mayo, so we got to work on that. And we're snacking on microwave popcorn and fake pork rinds. Then those are both super inflammatory, really bad for my fingers. And we ate out with a new neighbor and didn't make smart choices at the restaurant, so that's got to go for now. So truthfully, we're still in that carb ditch. But at least we're standing up in the carb ditch and not rolling around in the mud at the bottom, and we're looking for the rope for the way out. This week, I'm going to be accountable to you because I can't be accountable to myself, I guess. I'm not there yet. So I'm going to get on that scale every single day and log my weight into MyFitnessPal. I have to figure out my macros using the TDEE calculator, and I'll talk about that in another video. No microwave popcorn. I'm going to try to give up pork rinds, or at least switch to real ones because they're out there. We're not going to eat out because we can't make wise choices yet. So we're going to eat at home, and we're going to eat repetitively. We're going to make burger patties because we do better on a repetitive eating plan. And I'll talk about that when I talk about how we shop and cook in Mexico. That's a lot, but it's a start. In my biggest non-scale victory, this, standing here, hitting record, showing up, being honest, because you know what? It matters because I'm not ready to go, but I've got to go. So I want to hear from you. What's one thing you're willing to commit to this week? Drop it in the comments or just say, me too, so I know we're not alone and we can do this together. Because you know what? We can. One day at a time, one meal at a time, one decision at a time. So next week, I'm going to talk about my sugar addiction and why it's more than just loving sweets, and how keto failed me in ways nobody warned me about. Don't miss it. See you here next week.